Oh, nice. Someone liked the picture I posted. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Route X Lap Attack. In this episode we're going to be using the 1969 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. In the previous episode, the 63 Stingray got a time of 5 minutes and 10 seconds. I think that we're going to beat that time because this car is slightly faster. In the older Gran Turismo games, you weren't able to go over 200, with the exception of Gran Turismo 6. I remember getting this car up to 225, somewhere around there. But in Gran Turismo 5, it wouldn't go any faster than 185. Let's see how fast the car goes in this game, with all the modifications you can make. Looking pretty promising so far. Oh, can't go any higher than 5th gear, I'm afraid. So it looks like I was wrong. We are not going to be beating the 63 Stingray's lap time. But I must admit, I think this looks much nicer. It's not the fastest car in the game, but out of all the other cars that you can find either in this game or in the real life, I think this is the best one in terms of looks. Now I do like all the Corvettes that have come out before and after this one, but you cannot beat this. My interest in these cars started with Hot Wheels, naturally. And I got 2 of these actually. I thought I lost one, so I ended up getting another one off of eBay thanks to my dad when I was really young. So now I have 2 of these. They're blue, just like this, but they have an Easter Island head on the hood, and on the fenders they got Hawaiian flowers. I think because in Gran Turismo 5 they call this shade of blue Hawaiian blue. This version doesn't really have a name. I don't think it does. I just went into the paint shop and went for this specific shade of blue along with red rims. Now if only you had the option to put on white wall tires. It's great that you can use all the different stickers for different brands like Goodyear, Firestone, Continental, but I want to have white wall tires and I have not seen that yet. It's been a long time since an update was made for this game, but hopefully we will be lucky and see something for those tires. Our PS5 is going to be coming out pretty soon, and Gran Turismo Sport, the 7th game of the franchise, will be playable on there, obviously, because they are doing backwards compatibility. But it's only for PS4, which I'm disappointed about. So I'm going to hold off on buying a PS5 until they decide to do backwards compatibility for all the other PlayStations, 3, 2, and 1. It should not be limited to just 4. If it doesn't work out, at least I still have my PS3 and 2. Backwards compatibility for the PlayStation 1 games are possible on both the PS2 and 3. And despite numerous rumors, PS2 backwards compatibility is not possible for PS3. I should know, I've tried it. I think everyone else can agree with me that the lack of backwards compatibility for PS4 is extremely unacceptable, so the fact that they're doing something for PS5 is a good thing. I guess they're finally starting to realize that we gamers like to try and stick with the older stuff better, so despite having the newer console out now, they're at least giving us the option to stick with PS4. I think it's also cool that you can get a different version of PS5. You can either get a regular version, which will allow you to put discs in, or you can get a version that's all digital. You don't have to deal with discs, which is a cool thing. You don't have to worry about scratching the CD or whatnot. But for me, with all the games that I already have for PS4, you know, it's obvious what version of the PS5 I'm gonna choose. Especially if they do that update that I mentioned earlier where you can play all the older games. We'll see what happens. Maybe someone else will agree with me and say that all the older PlayStation consoles should be available to play on PS5. Alright, 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I know we're not going to beat the Stingray we tested out in the previous episode, but can we at least get in the top 20? There are a few slower cars that I remember testing out, like the Dyno and the 458s, the race car variants, that I think are still on there. Should be able to knock him out with this time. I can hear the tires squealing a little bit. Online features are unavailable as the PlayStation Network server could not be reached. Can I at least still be able to finish this lap time? I don't know if you're going to be able to see that warning that I just got. There are some things like trophies that you require when you're playing these games that you can't see after recording is done. But it looks like that message I got will not be able to interfere with this episode, as the 1969 Corvette Stingray receives a 5:32. Let's see if we ended up in the top 20. Close ranking board. We're at the bottom of N500. That's not good. Ah, we barely did it. We are under the Super B. Another good classic. Our next episode will feature the 2014 Stingray, and then after that in the future episodes we'll focus on some more Japanese cars. So see you then.